Right Entertainment brings you the biggest, brightest, and best lineup of characters ever. Switch on to hours of fun for kids of all ages. Out now on video and DVD.
Postman Pat and Jess the Cat are back in 2 brand new adventures. Hop on board with all your favourite characters and meet Pat's new friends, Ajay the Station Master and his family. Postman Pat's Magic Christmas, out now on video and DVD.
Why is Clifford so big? Why does he live on Birdwell Island? And who are his friends? Well, now you can find out in Clifford, the big red dog. Ooh.
We can QB-dooby-doo, we can QB-dooby-doo, we can QB-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo it. We can QB-dooby-doo, we can QB-dooby-doo, we can QB-dooby-doo it all the day. Hooray!
Merlin the magical puppy.
King of the Castle and Other Tales is the fantastic new video featuring more adventures of Merlin the Magical Puppy and all his friends in Sandy Bay, with the brilliant voices of Martin Clunes and Dawn French. Only a wish away. Own it on video today.
It's fun, it's creative, it's fingertips. Now on video and DVD. It's the smash hit show that brings you great makes in easy-to-follow steps. It's
everything you could ever want to make and do right at your fingertips.
If you're looking for know-how, Fern and Stephen have the show-how. Fingertips, now on video and DVD.
Let's go! Little red tractor, he's king of the fields. Getting his jobs done with Stan at the wheel. He's not the biggest, but he's a hero. Little red tractor, let's go!
Introducing the brand new Transformers Armada.
Let the games begin!
The brand new Transformers Armada series. Collect them now on video and DVD.
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you could learn to work and play and get along with each other. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey!
If you like action, comedy, drama, wit, charm and repartee, then you'll love Basil Brash, that's me, unleashed for the first time ever on video and DVD, in all good stores, and none of the dodgy ones. Everybody go boom, boom!
The happy faces and smiles all round. Choose Right Entertainment.
Everybody go boom, boom!
Roll up, roll up! Watch Postman Pat and Jess the Cat in 2 brand new episodes and a feature-length special for the first time on video and DVD. Join in the thrills and spills when the circus comes to Greendale. Postman Pat clowns around, out now on video and DVD.
Postman Pat and Jess the Cat are back in 4 brand new adventures, out now to buy on video and DVD. Join Pat and Jess as summer comes to Greendale in the Ice Cream Machine, featuring 4 exciting new stories. Postman Pat and the Ice Cream Machine, out now on video and DVD.
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most, I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising, Gran.
There was always something for Gran to grumble about. Today, it was the digging. She was getting the earth ready to plant beans, and the digging made her backache. "Oh, my old bones," she said. "It's all right for you," she said to the garden gnome. "You don't have to put your back into anything. And take that silly grin off your face. You can't even catch a fish." Gran was taking a hot bath to cure her aches and pains when her grandson Jim came to visit her. "I'll be out soon," she said. "Take your time, Gran," said Jim. "I'll carry on digging for you." After her bath, Gran came into the sitting room to watch her favourite programme. Jim was working in the garden. He kept digging up bones. The deeper he dug, the bigger the bones got. Then he dug up a huge bone. Ah! Oh! "Hey, Gran, what sort of bone is this?" "Oh, some dog must have buried it," said Gran. She was too busy watching the wrestling to take much notice. "It must have been a really big dog to have buried this bone," said Jim. Then Jim dug up an enormous bone. It was big enough to slide on. "That's no ordinary bone," said Gran. "That must be a dinosaur's bone." "What's a dinosaur?" said Jim. "Let's go to the library to find out," said Gran. Dinosaurs lived millions of years ago. Bones have been found to show that they were the largest creatures ever to walk the earth. Gran rushed back to the house. "There must be more bones where those come from," she said, and she started digging furiously. "Found anything?" Jim shouted down the hole. Gran had found many more bones. That's it. But fitting them together was like doing a giant jigsaw. The bones were so big that Gran and Jim had to get a ladder to arrange them. When they had finished, the skeleton was almost as big as the house. "Those bones will make a marvellous place for my beans to grow up," said Gran. She sowed the beans, and they were soon growing up the bones. Crowds used to come every day to look at the dinosaur covered in beans. "I never knew that people were so interested in beans. They're only scarlet runners." "Perhaps we should always use bone poles instead of bean poles," said Jim.
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most. I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising, Gran.
There was always something for Gran to grumble about. Today it was the wind. It was so strong that when she came out of the house to hang her washing on the line, it blew her hat off. Something's gone wrong with the weather. It never used to blow like this when I was a girl. She hung up her washing and hurried back indoors. She didn't notice the wind snatched the washing from the line and blew it away. Well, that's a good job done. I'll have a little snooze now. Oh! Who's that? Her grandson, Jim, had come to visit her. What a day, Jim. I've never known such a wind. Never mind, Gran. It's a great day for flying a kite. I haven't been kite flying, not since I was a girl. I used to love it. Don't you think it's too windy, though? Not for this kite, it isn't. Come with me and see. But wrap up warm. Oh, aren't we there yet? No, it's better right at the top. Oh, dear. Come on, Gran, you can do it. It's all right for you. You got young legs. Oh, I need a sit down. At the top of the hill, the wind was just right, and when Jim let out the string, the kite went up first go. Well done, Jim. It's easy with this wind. Can't miss. Can I have a go? In a minute, Gran. Watch me, then you'll know what to do. Soon the sky was full of kites as other people came to fly them. But something else had caught Gran's eye. Look at that kite, Jim. The wind is so strong it's taken the man up with it. He's been carried off. Well, I never. No, Gran, that's not a kite, that's a hang glider. I'm going to go hang gliding, fly one of those when I'm old enough. I'll bring the kite down now, then you can have a go, Gran. It's easy when you know how. But Gran had disappeared. Gran! Gran, where are you? Where can she be? I should have taken her to feed the ducks. Suddenly, there she was, hang gliding over him. You can do this when you're old enough. I'm old enough to do it now. Ooh. Oh, I love this. Hey, what's this? Looks like my washing. It is. Ooh, wee, ooh, I'm coming down. Oh, them dratted nettles. Whew, am I glad to see you all in one piece, Gran. Wasn't that a bit of luck, eh, Jim? Finding all my washing up there. It's never been so well aired. Thank you for a lovely day, Jim.
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most, I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising, Gran.
One freezing cold day in winter, Jim came to visit his Gran. Gran? Where are you? I'm here, in bed. It's the only warm place. You can come in. Now, where's that hot water bottle got to? Gran, are you coming out? Hello, Jim. Why have you got your scarf on, Gran? I've got all my clothes on, slippers and all, to keep me warm. Come on, what about giving your old Gran a kiss? Ooh, but it's cold. Is the fire full on, Gran? Won't go up anymore. Have you made yourself some hot soup? I've got some here. Have some. Oh, that's warming. But not for long, it isn't. Try running on the spot, that'll keep you warm. What, at my age? Never, said Gran. Well then, knit yourself a nice warm jumper. I'm not very good at knitting, I can just about manage a scarf. Well, that's better than nothing. Here, lend me a hand with this wool, Jim. Better than staying in bed all day, eh, Gran? There you are, then. I must go to football now. I'm playing goalie today. Save one for me, Jim. I'll try. Bye. When Jim next came to visit Gran, he noticed something strange in the garden. Come on in, Jim. That scarf on Gnome was just for practice. This is the real one. Oh, it's big enough for a giant, Gran. It's not big enough for me yet. Here, help me unpick this old jumper of mine to add on to it. I've invented a new form of central heating. And I've got faster at knitting. That's it, it should be long enough by now. Come on, Jim. You go outside. I'll pass this end of the scarf through the letterbox to you. Now, hang on to your end and run round and round the house. Now tuck the end in. I'll be nice and cosy now, snug as a bug in a rug. Come and unwrap me when the weather gets warmer. Haven't I got the most surprising Gran?
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most, I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising Gran.
There was always something for Gran to grumble about, and as Jim walked towards her house, he wondered what it would be this time. Goodness me, how she's grown! But when he got inside, he saw that she was standing on a chair going, "Oh, oh, what's up, Gran, said Jim, getting on a chair to talk to her. There's a mouse down there. I can't stand mice. She wouldn't come down from her chair until the mouse had run into its hole. You mustn't be afraid of mice, said Jim. Look! He took his pet mice out of his pocket to show Gran. Mice are nice. Go on, Gran, stroke 'em. They won't bite. I've never been very good with animals. Jim thought it would be a good idea to take Gran to the zoo to meet some more animals. Which should they see first, the snakes or the elephants? Gran chose the elephants. And gave them some buns. There, said Jim. You weren't afraid of them, and they're much bigger than you. Then they went to see the lions. I don't like seeing them behind bars, said Gran, even though it makes me feel safe. Now, said Jim, ice cream or camel ride? Camel ride, please, said Gran. But Gran's favourite animals were the apes and monkeys. She spent hours pulling faces at them. It was some time before Jim went to visit Gran again. When he walked into the house, he was surprised that Gran didn't come out of her chair to greet him. Maybe she's getting hard of hearing, he thought to himself. It happens to old people. Then he saw that it wasn't Gran who was sitting in the chair. It was a chimpanzee. Tickling. Gran came in and explained. I've been back to the zoo. I got on so well with the chimpanzees that now I'm helping to look after one. Go and wash your hands and we'll have tea. But when Jim opened the bathroom door, he saw a crocodile in the bath. Crocodiles grow so fast, said Gran. He was only tiny when I got him. There were snakes coiled round the pipes and the basin was full of terrapins. They're quite harmless, Gran said to him. I'm making up for all the time I lived without animals round the place. Here's the sandwiches. The chimpanzee joined them for tea. He had very good table manners and listened politely while Gran and Jim talked. Then, suddenly, the chimp jumped onto his chair. He had seen a mouse. There's no need to be afraid of mice, said Gran. Jim, show him your pet mice. See? You mustn't be afraid of animals. I'm not. And Gran went on looking after the animals until it was time to return them to the zoo.
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most, I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising, Gran.
One day, Gran wanted to take her washing off the line before she sat down to watch the big football match on television. Just look at all that washing, thought Gran. Oh, you'd never think it was just for one person, me. Then a football arrived, followed by Jim. Hello, Gran. Oh, hello, Jim. Have you come to watch the football with me? No, Gran. It's too nice a day to sit around watching television. Let's have a game together, Gran. Oh, no, Jim. I'm tired out from that washing. I'll have a little sit down and watch the telly. It's peasy, Gran. Come on, I'll show you. You be goalie and I'll do the running about. Here, Gran, try and stop this one. Whoops. Fooled ya. Never mind, Gran. I'll give you some easy ones. Not too easy, Jim. I'm getting better already. Come on, shoot when you like. I'm ready for you. Oh, well saved, Gran. You could be good, you know. You just need more practice. Oh, wow, Gran. Well cleared. Let's try another. Not now, Jim. It's half time. Let's go and sit down and watch some of the real thing on telly. Oh, my telly's on the blink. Oh, that's better. Yes! Tackle him! Go on! Oh, what a dreadful goalie. Oh, even I could do better than that. It was some time before Jim came to visit Gran again. Gran? Gran? Where are you? She must have gone shopping, thought Jim. I'll put the telly on while I wait for her. That looks like Gran. It is. What's she doing on telly? What Jim didn't know was that Gran had gone to watch the local team and had ended up as their goalkeeper. Now she was saving the match. Come on, Gran! Well saved! Good old Gran!
And O'Rourke is going through. Left foot. A sizzler. It's not.
Go on, get it! Oh, well saved! And Jim stayed watching telly until Gran came home. It's far too nice a day to sit inside watching telly, Jim. I've been out saving goals all afternoon. Come and see if you can get one past me. Haven't I got the most surprising Gran?
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most. I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising Gran.
One day, Jim arrived at Gran's with a present from his mum and dad. Gran. I got a present for you. Oh, Jim, you shouldn't bring me presents, said Gran. You coming to visit me is my present. What is it anyway? Open it and see. Your mum makes such a thing of wrapping presents up. She could have got a job with Father Christmas, I always said. I can't make out what it is. I'll have to take a closer look. I'll get my glasses. No need, Gran. They're on your nose. Oh, so they are. What is it, Jim? It's something to wake you up in the morning with a nice hot cup of tea. You know how you don't like getting up in the cold to make it. Well, this'll make it for you while you lie nice and warm in bed. Oh, they shouldn't. What do I want with newfangled gadgets like that? How does it work, Jim? The instructions are here, Gran. Oh, let me look at them. Now, where did I put my specs? They're on your nose, Gran. Oh, so they are. Oh, aren't you spoiling me? You and your mum and dad. Can't wait to have a go at this. Should we have a cup of tea now? Now, let me see. This must be the automatic control, and this is the timer. Sorry, Gran. I must be going now. I'm playing football. You run along then and score a goal for me. Oh, and thank your mum and dad ever so much for the present. They shouldn't have done it, though. Goodbye, Gran. Goodbye, Jim. Now then, where was I? Ah, yes. Tea up. Smells good. Ooh, it's a real copper. It's wonderful, this modern age we live in. Now, what else can I do around the place to make life easier? Some days later, Jim came again to visit his Gran. Hello, Gran. Why are you sitting watching telly on a lovely day like this? Shh, I'm enjoying this. But, Gran, what about digging the garden? Don't need to. Yes, you do, Gran. Dad's digging ours. Well, my garden can see to itself. Open the back door and you'll see. Garden see to itself, thought Jim. What's she mean? Then he saw Gran had invented the most amazing things to do all the work in the garden for her. Gran, you really are the most surprising Gran. Tea from the tea maker. Come on, it's tea time.
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most. I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising Gran.
There was always something for Gran to grumble about. Today it was the television. I can't find anything good on it, she said. I'm sick and tired of old cowboy films, said Gran, and switched over to the other side. But that was no good either. nor was the weather forecast. It was bad. Thunderstorms in all areas, what's the good of that? Then came the news, and that wasn't good. "I got some good news," said a voice. Gran turned round. The voice seemed to belong to a rabbit, but it wasn't a rabbit. It was her grandson Jim who'd come to visit her. "Do you like my costume, Gran? I'm playing the part of a rabbit in the school play." "Turn round then," said Gran. "Let's have a proper look at you." There's something missing. I know. You need a tail. Now, let me see. Oh, I've got just a thing. You can borrow the pom-pom from my woolly hat. Stand on the chair and I'll fix it on for you. That's the idea. I'll just sew it on. Keep still. Oh! Now you look more like a rabbit. I feel like one too. Goodbye, Gran. In the play, Jim was the first to appear on stage. The audience clapped him. It was a long time before the clapping stopped and he could go off. He was the last on, too, and got a lot more clapping from the audience. The same thing happened every afternoon until the play was over. Then, when Jim had some free time again, he switched on the television. He hadn't watched it for over a week. A familiar face appeared upon the screen. It was Gran. "This is the Gran o'clock good news. Although the rain has caused flooding here, the sunshine in Spain is making the oranges sweet and juicy. And now some good news from the zoo. William, the 4-year-old chimpanzee, is giving the keepers a helping hand. Good work, William. Later on, I will be appearing in a brand new cowboy film called Gran Gets Her Man." "Goodness me," said Jim. "Gran's a star. I must get her autograph." How did she ever get on television? She really is the most surprising Gran. Then, stopping to get some flowers on the way, he hurried to see Gran. "You're lucky to find me in," said Gran, when Jim arrived. She was trying on a new hat. "I've been busy since I saw you last. I wanted some good news on television, so I started my own program." Yes? Yes, I can manage tomorrow. Goodbye. These are for you, Gran. Oh, thanks, Jim. They're my favourite flowers. They want me to star in another programme. The only trouble with being on television so much is that I don't get the time to watch it anymore. And now there are some really good programmes on.
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most. I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising Gran.
There was always something for Gran to grumble about. Today it was the shopping. It was so heavy and it seemed such a long walk back from the shops. Oh, I'll have to give up potatoes. Then Jim rode by. Jim! Jim! Sorry, Gran. I was so busy watching where I was going I didn't see you. Do you like my new bike? Very nice. Here, let me give you a hand with that shopping. I can fit quite a bit in here. Mum got the basket for me so I could go shopping for her. You should get a bike, Gran. It'll be a lot easier on your feet and your arms. I haven't ridden a bike for donkey's years. It's easy, you'll soon remember. Try scooting first, just to get the feel of it. Now then, up on the saddle, feet on the pedals. I'm getting the idea. Yes, I'm getting the idea. You did it, Gran. You did it. Oh, oh, help. Oh, look, landed. Fell off because you lost your nerve. Nearly lost me hat too. Now we'll try steering, Gran. Try riding round Gnome. That's my next bike, Gran, a motorbike, when I'm grown up. And Gran thought to herself, well, I'm grown up now. When Jim next came to visit Gran, he heard strange noises coming from the shed. Hello, Jim, I won't be a minute. I got this motorbike second-hand. It's quicker for shopping than the old push bike. I've been tuning her up to get a bit more speed out of her. I'll just put the tank back on. That's it. It's good for shopping too. I put the things in here. I'm off to the shops now, and then I'm going to meet some new friends I've made at Quarry Down Park. Why don't you meet me there? Hey, I like the helmet, Gran. This is my new hobby, Jim. Cross-country motorbike racing. There's Alf the butcher. Come on, Alf. Number 22, please. Oh, that's me. Wish me luck, Jim. Good luck, Gran. I should never have shown her my bike. I'd better not fall off. I've got a dozen new-laid eggs in here. Haven't I got the most surprising Gran? Whee!
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most. I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising Gran.
One day, Gran decided to go up into her loft and give it a clear out. Oh, dear, what a pickle. Can't throw anything away. That's my trouble. I don't know what I want that old hat for, with all those feathers. And that's another thing I won't be needing. Hey, careful, Gran. That nearly hit me. Oh, sorry, Jim, I didn't hear you come in. I'm having a bit of a clear-out. Come up and give me your hand. Be careful on that ladder. That was my old camping mug that nearly hit you. I won't be needing that again. I'm going camping tomorrow, Gran. Whoops. With the school. I came to say goodbye. Oh, you must take that tin mug with you. Come to think of it, there's bound to be some more of my old camping things up here. I used to camp a lot when I was a girl guide. They must be here somewhere. What are you doing up here? I used to have a marvellous set of saucepans. They all fitted inside each other like a nest. It's all right, Gran. Mum got me everything I need. I must be going now. Where did you say you were going? I didn't, but it's the Blackberry Hills. The Blackberry Hills, that's where I used to go. Lovely, but steep. You'll enjoy it. Bye, Gran. Bye, Jim. I'll be thinking of you. Don't forget the tin mug. Early next morning, Jim and his friends were on their way to the Blackberry Hills. Where are they, those Blackberry Hills? Not far to go now, said the master. They still look an awful long way off to me. I don't know what Gran saw in this. It's too much like hard work. As they got nearer the Blackberry Hills, the going got harder and harder. The pack on his back seemed to get heavier and heavier. Gosh, Gran must have been pretty tough when she was a girl. Then the master pointed to the top of the hill. Someone was already camping there. If they can do it, so can you. Come on, lads. Oh, ouch. Jim was just getting his breath back when he heard a familiar voice. Hello, Jim. I've been expecting you. I found those saucepans I wanted to show you. I'd filled them with baked beans and bangers. I thought you and your friends would feel like something hot before you put up your tents. Have you got that tin mug? Tea tastes really special in that. And I bet you could do with some.
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most. I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising, Gran.
There was always something for Gran to grumble about. Today, it was the snow. Just look at that snow, she said. It's no use to anybody. Oh, sweeping's no good. I'll have to get the shovel to clear a path. Now then, where are those glasses of mine got to? I need them to find them. She was still looking for her glasses when her grandson Jim came to visit her. Hello, Gran. Want to come tobogganing with me? I'll have to find my glasses first, said Gran. Jim said the best chance of finding them in the snow was to roll it into a ball. They never noticed the glasses had landed on Gnome's nose. They fitted him so well. They looked everywhere else. They couldn't have fallen that far, Jim. You never know with glasses, Gran. Best to be thorough. Silly old specs. Where they got to? Hey, look, Gran, a snowman! Is it? Well, I'll have to get me spare specs to see it properly. Very good, Jim. Now, what about that tobogganing? Come on, the other specs will turn up when the snow melts. Come on, Gran! Nearly there. I'll go first, Gran, and show you. All right, Jim, I'll give you a push. Now it's your turn, Gran. Let's go together, Jim. Get out the way, you tree! Oh, sorry about that, Jim. I didn't see that log there. Come on, Gran, we'll try again. But something else had caught Gran's eye. Oh, that's better than tobogganing, she thought. You can really move on those skis. Way! It's your turn again, Gran. Where are you, Gran? I'm coming down, Jim. Oh, this is it. Oh, mine out the way. Get out my way. I'm going so fast. Oh, this is the way to travel. Oh, I should have done this before. Oh, 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 no. Oh. Gran! Gran, are you all right? Where could she have got to? I'm here, Jim. I bet you've never seen a snow Gran before. Guess what I've spied with my little eye?
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most, I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising Gran.
There was always something for Gran to grumble about. Today, it was the birds. They were pecking away at her vegetables. Shoo! Shoo! Pesky birds! Them's my greens. Shh! Gran! Don't scare 'em all off. There's a woodpecker up there. You don't often see them. Look! Rainbow's a pretty bird, isn't it? But why are you covered in leaves, Jim? So the birds will think I'm a tree and I can get close to them without scaring them off. Don't need them now. Come on, Gran, let's go for a walk and see how many birds we can spot. Hear that? It's coming from over there, Gran. It must be the call of a very rare bird. Let's get closer. We must have scared it off, Jim. No, there it is again. Where? We're getting warmer, Gran. Let's keep very quiet and still, and maybe we'll see it. Gran and Jim stayed for hours waiting to see the rare bird. Pesky flies. Go on. Oh, sorry, Jim. Darkness came. They saw lots of owls, but not the bird they were looking for. The full moon was up as they walked back home. Next morning, Jim was up at sunrise hoping to catch sight of the rare bird. What's that? I don't believe it. It's Gran dressed up as a tree to go bird watching. She's a rare old bird, my Gran. And one rare bird deserves another. Now let me see. Gran had seen all sorts of birds, but what she wanted to see was the rare bird. What's that? It's the rare bird. It doesn't seem a bit shy. Oh, it's coming closer. Oh, wait till I tell Jim about this. I wonder if it's gonna give its special call again. Gran! 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 Whatever sort of a bird is that? It's a Jim bird, Gran! That fooled you, didn't it? Haven't I got the most surprising grandson? Hey, look, Gran! The rare bird!
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most. I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising, Gran.
One day, Jim came to have lunch with his Gran. But when he went into the kitchen, he found that she was having breakfast.
Hello, Gran. You're late up.
No, I'm not, said Gran. It's only 8 o'clock. You're early. Your clock must be wrong, Gran. It says 8 o'clock and it's really 12. He stopped. Oh, sorry, Gran. It just slipped out of my hand. Never mind, Jim. Is it still in one piece? No, Gran, it's in about 40. But I'll find them. Lucky I've got my magnet with me. Put the pieces on the table, Jim. I'll have a go at putting it together later. Well, that's breakfast over, Jim. Now for lunch. We'll have jacket potatoes if you don't mind waiting. It was most people's tea time when Jim and Gran sat down to lunch. But it tasted so good it was worth waiting for. Almost 2 weeks went by before Jim came to visit his Gran again. I wonder what surprise she's got in store for me this time, he thought. Looks like she got her clock mended anyway. When he put his head round the door, he heard a loud ticking. There was a grandfather clock in the hall. And another grandfather clock in the sitting room. Hello, Jim. Shh. That's more like it. It had lost its chime before I fixed it. Mending that clock of mine has taught me so much about clocks. I've been busy repairing other people's too. Now that's a cuckoo clock. The cuckoo won't come out. That's better. No, it isn't. But I'll soon fix that. You come out when you're told. And look at this one, Jim. This is my very own idea. I call this a Gran clock. Amazing thing, clockwork, isn't it? And here's another one, what I made for you. This I call a grandson clock. Ooh, I nearly forgot. There's something in the garden I want to show you. Hey, you've got another gnome, Gran. Ah, you take a look at the back. Wind him up. Go on. Oh, Gran, you are the most surprising Gran.
Hello, Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way. I always like to come and spend my time with you. We somehow seem to think of something great to do. You really are the most. I think that I can boast. You really are the most surprising Gran.
There was always something for Gran to grumble about. Today, it was the lawn. It needed mowing again. Ooh. Oh. I don't know, said Gran. No sooner cut than it needs cutting again. I'm getting too old for it. I should get one of them motor mowers, but I can't stand the racket they make. Then Jim arrived and said he'd give her a hand with the mowing. Pity you didn't come earlier, Jim, lad, said Gran. It's all done now. Let's go in for tea. You know what you should get, Gran, said Jim? Some goats. Whatever would I want goats for? They could nibble the grass and keep it short for you, said Jim, and you could get milk from them too. I get my milk from the milkman. Now, eat up your tea and stop talking nonsense. When Jim next went to visit Gran sometime later, ow! Hey! Get off! Hey! No! Go! Oh! Ah! Oh! 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 Here, Gran! Gran, come out! I took your advice, Jim, about the goats. I got a billy goat and 2 nanny goats. He don't seem to like you, Jim. Funny, he never goes for me. Come on, Gran! Whoops! Oh! Oh! I'll tether him while we go in and have tea. That's it. You be a good boy, then. Useful animals, goats, Jim. They keep the grass down and they keep me in milk. Goat's milk, Jim? What is it, Jim? That's my lilac, is it? Or is it my rhododendron? Oh, he's uprooted them. Perhaps goats weren't such a good idea after all. No, I better take them back to the farm where I got them from. Sometime later, Jim went to visit Gran again. The grass looks pretty good, he thought. Wonder how Gran's managing to keep it down. Then suddenly... Let me get past! They're all right, Jim. They just don't like strangers. They done a good job on the lawn, though, ain't they? And we got goose eggs for tea. How'd you like your eggs, Jim? Lightly boiled,